Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between PartinG and Serral. Here on Everdream, the latter edition. Bottom left-hand corner, it is the previous world champion. It is PartinG, sporting the color red, and at the top right, the pink Zerg player Serral. I don't know why we can't go to red versus blue when I press Alt-F, but those of you who are colorblind, I apologize. I did my best to make it red versus blue for you. Alright, so, Serral. He doesn't look unstoppable this year, especially in ZVT. He looks better in ZVP. But, man, and ZVZ is okay as long as it's not Raynor. So, it's just, I don't know. Serral doesn't look unbeatable this year. Let me know in the comments if you feel like that is true. Alright, so welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. I need, I think, 3,000 subscribers to monetize this. So if you haven't hit subscribe, just go ahead and do so. I post StarCraft 2 casts 5 or 6 times a week here. I am working for ya, so hit that subscribe. A fake... that was a little bit of a fake out there from PartinG. Serral doesn't know if he has a forge or not, so I need to... Question? Stop! Question mark, stop, says PartinG. Stop asking questions, it's fine, just play StarCraft. Here's the thing, PartinG is known for being really darn near cheesy, so the odds of him going for a cannon here make a lot of sense. They're fairly high, so for Serral to be like, I'm just making sure, just watching what we're doing here. And if you're going to throw up a cannon back there, have an Overlord in position to see what's going on, but then once there was no cannon coming up, no pylon rather, the Overlord moved out because by then it would be too late, right? And if you're going to start a pylon later than that, it doesn't matter. It's going to get killed by Lings or by the Queens and stuff anyway. So this Bro Micro from PartinG, he's a great player, man. He's a great player. He's a lot of fun. He's an incredibly fun Twitch follow too. He gets really mad at stuff. He will trash talk the opponent. And that's, I think, a reason why a lot of people follow PartinG is for those very specific reasons. Alright, so Stalker coming in here from PartinG, nothing too crazy. Sometimes it's an Adept. Usually it's an Adept, actually. But this time, Stalker here to chase away the Overlord, which is safely perched on its high ground now, and cannot be spotted at all by PartinG. So that's why, I guess, you need a Phoenix for that, or... Twilight Council opening here from PartinG. That could be interesting. Ling checking out. Is there a crazy something over here? Maybe check it to see if he can delay a third base by jumping into that location. Either way, here's the thing. Oh, Twilight and a Robo. So this feels like Adept All-In. This feels like Resonating Glaives Adept All-In here. Especially... it could be a couple things. It could be Archon Harass with a Warp Prism. But depending on the upgrade we get here, that will tell us a lot. Another gateway coming in. Another gateway coming in. If we get like a couple more gateways, it's going to feel like an Adept Resonating Glaive all-in attack. Otherwise... Oh, there we go. Resonating Glaives. Okay, so we'll see what Serral can do here to hold against this. Here's the thing. I've seen this beat Zerg players recently. I thought it was dead. I thought it was a dead strategy. But then I was casting for Africa Worlds. I believe it was Africa World out on africatv.com/laughandgames, which you do every couple of weeks. If you want to watch me cast live StarCraft 2 with professional players like PartinG and like Stats and like Innovation, then by golly, watch me out there. We just don't... Not enough people come watch those. It's incredibly good stuff, and I'm casting it with EcoCaster, Laughing Games. I think we work pretty well together. Check it out. Anyway, who was the Protoss that did this against a Zerg, and it won? I was like, what? Or maybe it was a GSL. I might have been watching a GSL game where this happened. And I was like, how? I thought Zerg players had figured this out by now, but no, just too much economic damage, completely murdered everything. I think the Zerg underreacted to it was the problem. Overlord perch, really nice position there. This Overlord got killed by, I'm guessing, oh no, it's here. Ah, he gets the scout. He sees it. He sees what's coming in here, I think. Now here come the Adepts. So you got Queens, basically. Roaches are popping. I do like Roaches against this. Depending on what you're going for, Banelings can be really good as well. God, basically 2 volleys on those Roaches. But I mean, in fairness, you're outnumbered 1 to 9 there, so that's not good. Additional Adepts coming in. Man, we have not seen this on the channel for some time, especially against Serral. This is really gutsy for PartinG to go for this. He's going to finish this. Oh, does not finish the transfer. Too many roaches, too many queens. Transfuses available. Queens there for tank and damage too. Roaches, again, in numbers, do much better, obviously, against Adepts than they do in a 1 versus 9 scenario. That is just true for everything in StarCraft. So, Dark Shrine coming up. PartinG's like, all right, I don't think we're going to keep warping in here. I don't feel good about trying. Yeah, I don't feel good about trying to. Is that a hard wall? Oh, even hard wall. That's so genius, Serral. I love that. I love that hard wall against the Adepts shading in. It's like, look, man, do what you want to the third base out in the open here, but you're not getting into a mineral line that is saturated today. Look, again, down the wall. Adepts shoved away. It's like there's a supply depot raising, but in this case, he just keeps rebuilding an evolution chamber and canceling it. Third base coming up from PartinG. Third base not quite saturated from Serral. He feels fairly safe at this point, I think. PartinG's doing a pretty fantastic, there's the wall again, pretty fantastic job of not, did I say Serral? I meant PartinG. PartinG's doing a great job of not just finishing the transfer and losing Adepts. He's like, look, either I'm going to do damage to drones or I'm not going to take any damage at all. That was it. Little tiny hit on one of these Adepts. It will regain those shields quickly. Zerglings come in and check that third base. And Serral's creep spreading down this way like he wants to take a fourth, which he should be able to do. So, yeah, make it 10 drones at a time, recognizing that PartinG went for the third base. This isn't a 2-base incredible, you know, 60 Adept crazy all-in. He's got a third base coming in. He's trying to get some lings here in the main base, but I think he got spotted a little bit too soon. Where are these probes? What? Oh, I guess he got some lings in here. Killed a couple probes, but that was about it. Yeah, I mean, the Adepts do not want... Serral's just doing so well at shutting that door. The Adepts don't want to engage. Like, sure, they'll kill a roach here or there, but they don't want to lose any Adepts. And so far, one Adept has died. Entirely fair stuff. Shade up. Door's already done. These poor drones are like, we're just trying to saturate the third base. Please help us. Then they go back to work. So this has been some super annoying stuff. Look at this. PartinG likes this engagement here. How much? I don't know. He kept losing Adept, so that's not super duper ideal. And he's like, all right, we got to get some damage. So we're going after the drones. After there's already 70 drones on the field, which means, yes, 11 drones, 12 drones go down. Oh, several shots of his own baneling nest. Bit of an accidental play there, but still. 12 Adepts down for 12 drones. No, not a good trade. 1 drone per Adept? That is a horrible trade for PartinG. What's the follow-up going to be here? Looks like he's got Immortals, Sentries, and Stalkers. Going to be really good against a Roach-style composition. Ravagers changed that up quite a bit. Ravagers have been really nice for Zerg for a long time. Ever since Legacy of the Void came out. Like, this particular composition, hard for Roaches to deal with. Easier for Link to deal with, but that's what the Force Fields are for. So Banelings coming in. Roaches, Ravagers, Army Supply, 67 to 47 for Serral. He does obviously have a pretty big advantage. Just because a lot of this is Roach Supply, which isn't great. Right, Roach Supply is 2 supply, but it really should be a 1.5, I think. I'm not sure how they would ever do that, and they probably won't at this point, but like 1.5 Roach Supply has always made more sense to me than 2. 1 was obviously too little. Nice Force Fields, but Corrosive get all of the Force Fields. Nice target firing there. Banelings charging in. That is another great wall of the Force Fields, man, doing some work here. Really? Wow, got one of the... Oh, beautiful. Got one of the Sentries. Got another one of the Sentries there. An Immortal... Oh, got saved at the very last second by PartinG. Beautiful. Beautiful done. And PartinG shows how to retreat from a superior force. Does he have +2 attack? He does not, but these Banelings will do damage anyway. Oh, I think he... PartinG, gorgeous. No damage done with that Baneling drop at all. I don't think a Baneling made it out of an Overlord, which is horrendously bad. So 4th base done here for Serral. He's really keeping the pressure on the Protoss, which is never good for the Protoss, it turns out. You don't want to be on the back foot against a Zerg player. Not at all. Did he just Baneling buff dropped inside the main base there? Oh, got the Overlord. Oh. The Overseer tried to distract. Really tried to distract from that Overlord coming in, but nope. Contaminate. Toss down on the robotics facility. Banelings not doing as well against Stalkers as they used to. They nerfed their damage versus non-light targets. Extended Thermal Lance coming in from PartinG at 5th base on the way from Serral. 4th. God, where do you want to go on this map? The Rich Vespene Geyser here is a really nice target for expansion if you're PartinG. But up this left side probably is the safer bet. Again, high risk, high reward here. Safer bet, lower reward here. But you know what? Let's call it good. That is an acceptable outcome. Viper's in production from Serral, which is good news for all the Zerg players watching this. Because, you know, Viper spellcasters are how you win after this mark in the game. Like, you can win games with Roach Ravager Baneling in the first 10 minutes of the game. But if you don't win in that time, you really need to start adding spellcasters. Otherwise, you're going to die to the just superior Protoss forces. Especially things like Colossus, especially things like Disruptors. Once again, PartinG just retreating and making good trades, I think. Any free Banelings you can get are good Banelings. Did he just kill one of his own Stalkers by accident? I think he did. So Serral had that moment where he attacked his own Baneling nest. Oops. And I think PartinG just offed one of his own Stalkers by accident there too. So Ultralisk Cavern coming in, recognizing the Immortal count is not good. The Immortal count is 1. So Ultras are going to be very, very good against pretty much anything else that's going on here for Protoss. It's just usually Protoss has a lot of Banelings. Or a lot of Banelings, a lot of Immortals. As these Banelings roll in, I'm getting absolutely terminology confused here just a little bit. And yeah, PartinG just not really willing to lose anything big here. He has lost 14 Stalkers and 14 Adepts. That was his big jump, was when he jumped in there with those Adepts. I don't think this Colossus is long for this world at all, because there's a Viper here ready to abduct into this group of everything. Roaches, Ravagers, and Colossus want to sit back and not take damage from anything. Thank you very much. They're actually fairly squishy when it comes down to it. Surround! Oh! The force field's pretty good. Missed a spot. I think all but 2 of the sentries are dead. That's a problem for sure. Chasing, and the sentry count has been reset just a little bit. We're looking at 13 sentries that have died here. That flank attack from Serral was disgusting. It was exceptionally well done. But what else do we expect from the Finn? Is there anything else we expect from him other than excellent play? Coming in again. Gonna force a cancel on that base. Oh, doesn't even cancel it. No abducts. I'm kind of surprised by this. Did that Viper get sniped? The Vipers are dead. I wonder what they were doing the whole time. Maybe they abducted a War Prism, but there's one right there too. So I don't know. And again, chasing off creep is just a losing scenario here. Meanwhile, did he just... Dang it, Serral, stop doing crazy stuff while other stuff is happening. So he just rolled Banelings into that mineral line. There they are. So while this is happening, he just like shift clicks Banelings into a mineral line and then makes all of his focus here. I guess maybe that's why he didn't cancel that hatch. Okay, no reaction from PartinG at all. In fairness, I didn't see it coming either, PartinG. I hear you, bud. Yeah, Banelings chasing off creep against anything are just not going to be super good, even if they have the speed upgrade. Banelings crash it into this photon cannon, which immediately gets healed up by the shield battery here. So creep's pretty looking okay. Look at him just sending individual Baneling attacks. You probably have a base here. No? Huh. Well, I guess my Banelings are... Wow. I guess we're just getting in here and doing what damage we can, but no Stalkers will die. So that was not a great trade whatsoever. I'm not sure why he's throwing those away. He's going into Lurkers, though. No, that's Anabolic Synthesis. Never mind. Anabolic Synthesis. That makes more sense. So he's getting some Ultras. Obviously, he's got some out of the map already. He's going to go for the speed upgrade on those guys. And if you don't have any Immortals, it's suddenly really difficult to do this thing. And Serral feels pretty confident here that it's at least going to take down this 4th base, and he definitely is. 2 more probes go down. The Banelings just getting some good connections, but again, not really taking anything down. And if you're PartinG, that's what you want. You want to be able to take some stuff down here. Canceling this base was nice for PartinG, but it's still a 5 base to a 3 base scenario, which is not ideal. at all. Serral's up 195 to 122 supply. The income is hugely favoring the Zerg player. Oh, the Lings come around. Oh, that's so mean. That is such a mean play. Serral coming in, trying to just explode on anything. The sentry count is too low. This Ultralisk getting target fired by the Immortals a little bit. It does go down as a result. Kiting. The Colossus doing pretty well here. The Warp Prism Micro doing an excellent job. Keeping stuff alive too. PartinG is microing to within an inch of his life right now. The Colossus just kiting. Serral, no Vipers whatsoever. I really do feel like a couple of Adepts would have made a huge difference here. 12 more probes have gone down. It is 85 to 65 total workers. It is not a happy day for PartinG here at all, but he's doing his gosh darned best. I don't like this Infestor Neural Parasite play that Serral is coming up with here. Serral giving PartinG a bit of a reprieve. And there we go, taking the risky base. There's creep right here, PartinG. There's creep right here, man. You can't take a base that's already being creeped on before it finishes. All right, yeah, so these Zealots are heading this way, but guess what? Serral knows. He's got Lings ready and waiting to go. Does he have Adrenal Glands? I know. He doesn't have Adrenal. So yeah, replacement fourth base for PartinG is toast. This is not a good area to attack into for Serral, and he does back up as a result. These Lings go for the counterattack after handling those Zealots very easily and just, you know, casually throwing up 21 Banelings to try to sneak into this natural base and see what they can get done. So PartinG is just getting picked apart right now. There's no way. I don't see any way he can come back from this thing. It was just well played by Serral. Well defended with the Adept opening, and if your Adept opening doesn't do a lot of damage, you're not going to have a good time with it. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, flank attack of Banelings gets a lot of damage done. This Colossus is still alive. It's got 20 kills. There's your Neural Parasite, though, and Serral pulling back. 92 workers, 102 army supply, doubling up PartinG in every measurable metric. PartinG on 3 bases at 16 minutes is just not gonna fly, ladies and gentlemen. Not at all. The Ultras are stuck in the back here, which is a bit of a saving grace right now. But PartinG is... There you go. He's still microing. That Immortal goes down, though, and now the Ultras are just unopposed, and good game. Serral comes out on top there in 17 minutes and 11 seconds. Yeah, that was a match. That was something to behold for sure from Serral. And anytime the income tab looks like this, it is hard to win if you're on the other side of it. We did see a game, I'm not going to spoil it, but the game on Monday did have a situation where a player was on the other side of this income graph and still looked pretty darn good. But against Serral, that might just be too much to ask. Anytime you have just 1,000 more resources lost compared to your Protoss opponent as a Zerg in 17 minutes, you're going to enjoy that. You're going to have a good time, for sure. So the Neurals were good. I don't know what the Vipers did. I'm not sure if they got sniped out or what. But 58 Banelings down, or probes down, 16 drones down, 1 hatchery killed, 1 Nexus killed. But again, PartinG never really got up to a 5th base at all. His 4th base was alive for some time, and then he got sniped, and he never could replace it. Never could really put any pressure on Serral on the other side. Just must be so frustrating. He tried to send some Zealots down, but there was a Ling waiting for him. He saw it coming, set up a defense, a welcoming committee, wiped it out, counterattacked, turned them into Banelings, came in for the flank attack, and that was the beginning of the end there. So, yeah, Serral spent the first, 10 minutes of the game, maybe a little bit less than that on defense. And then PartinG found himself on the back foot for the rest of the time. And just against Serral, if you are on your back foot that much, you're just not gonna win, is the problem here. So great job by Serral, the pink Zerg player, taking down PartinG. PartinG went for the early attack, couldn't get it done, and that is almost a death knell against somebody as good as Serral is. Going for the Baneling drops, going for Ling drops inside the base too. Never did get Adrenal Glands, despite the fact that he did make 300 Zerglings today. But I don't know what it is, what is with him. and Adrenal recently. It's a really good upgrade, man. It's an insanely good upgrade. Okay, so that's going to be it for me today then. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.